Good morning, beta. Next poem by Nassim Ezekiel is Night of the Scorpion. Kya? In this poem, Night of the Scorpion, it is a poem where the poet brings out the comedy of the situation born out of prejudice, superstition, and contradictions of human character. Poem ends on an emotional note when he refers to his mother's love, which is selfless and supreme. The stinging of the narrator's mother by a scorpion is used to juxtapose the opposites for ironic contrast, to convert a simple incident into effective poetry. The poem is based on an incident from the childhood when his mother was stung by a scorpion. It was a day when there was incessant rain for 10 hours, which forced a scorpion to seek shelter under a sack of rice in the narrator's house. It was there that the scorpion stung the narrator's mother. After stinging her and parting with the poison, the scorpion leaves the place and goes out into the rain again. On coming to know about the unfortunate incident, the neighbors, who were illiterate peasants, came in large numbers to their house. They looked like a swarm of flies, and their mechanical chanting of the name of God sounding like the buzzing sound made by the flies. They believed that by chanting the name of God, they could keep away the devil, which was symbolized by the scorpion. This is one first superstition that we meet in the poem. With the help of candles and lanterns, they start searching for the scorpion in darkness, but their own shadows on the walls look like huge scorpions. When they were not able to find the scorpion anywhere, they clicked their tongues, showing their disappointment. They remarked that with every movement of the scorpion, the poison would further circulate in mother's body. Therefore, they wished that the scorpion might sit still. They also opined that the stinging of mother by the scorpion was the result of the sins committed, second superstition, sins committed by her in her previous birth, which would be dissipated by her present suffering. They added that her suffering would also decrease her third superstition, will also decrease her misfortunes in her next birth, and it would also add to the sum total of the good in the world, thereby decreasing the sum total of the evil. They commented that her pain caused by this poison of the scorpion sting would purify her body through purgation of desire and ambition, another superstition. Then, when they say that the peace of understanding, and they sit around the mother with satisfaction on their faces, they say that this is going to give you a good next, you can say, next birth to you. More neighbors come with their candles and lanterns. They create all this time. The mother is sitting in the center of the group, bearing the unbearable pain. His father, who was a rationalist, he tries every kind of curse and blessing. He does not believe in superstition. He brings powders, herbal mixtures, and hybrid medicine to relieve his wife of the pain. He even puts some paraffin on his wife's toe and burns the paraffin to burn out the poison. Although it gives her lots of pain, but it ultimately helps to save her. The narrator also watches the flame rising from his mother's toe, and a holy man comes and he performs all sorts of and sings all sorts of songs and incantation. Ultimately, after 20 hours, the scorpion sting loses its effect, and the pain subsides. As soon as the mother is able to speak, she thanks God. She says, "Thank you, God," and comments that the scorpion had chosen her to sting, and thank God it had spared her children. Uh, the poem ends on on this note, and now we'll do whatever is written in the poem. I remember the night my mother. I think you will be able to understand it better now because you know what the essence of the poem is. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. 10 hours of steady rain had driven him to crawl beneath a sack of rice, parting with his poisoned flash of diabolic tail in the dark room. He risked the rain again. The peasants came like swarms of flies and buzzed the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one, with candles and with lanterns, throwing giant scorpion shadows on the sun baked walls. They searched for him. He was not found. They clicked their tongues with every movement that the scorpion made. His poison moved in mother's blood, they said. May he sit still, they said. May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. May your suffering decrease the misfortune of your next birth, they said. May the sum of evil balanced in this unreal world against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. May the poison purify your flesh of desire and your spirit of ambition, they said, and they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center, the peace of understanding on each face. More candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects, and the endless rain. My mother twisted through and through, groaning on a mat. My father, sceptic, rationalist, trying every curse and blessing, powder, mixture, herb, and hybrid. He even poured a little paraffin upon the bitten toe and put a match to it. I watched the flame feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. My mother only said, "Thank God, the scorpion picked on me and spared my children." So, this is how the poem ends.